if you've been following this channel for a while, you will probably realize that possibly nearly on most of the videos I would say, get in touch with me, I'm a quantity surveyor, I can help you, I've done all this and that. And you're wondering out there and thinking, Kelvin, how can you help me if I am in the diaspora? Well, stick around. I will share how I was able to help a couple here in the diaspora, here in the UK where I am, build a wall fence back home in Zambia. I will come back after this with more details. Shiny. Last time I sang, fantastic, and I thought, why not jump onto this idea? Now listen to this, and let's just start building.
You could say that everyone can do it, and not just
about 100 mil. Now, if you look at that, that's more or less like a slab in itself.
I was dealing with the girls who was up for a night out. Yeah. So you in the cut with that wifey demeanor. Hey, looking so bored out your mind though. You kinda give me the sign, so conversation.
Right, welcome back. So you are wondering, can it be done? Can we build dreams across the continent? Can it actually work? We've heard all these stories. Is it possible? Well, if you have all those questions, I'm here to say it can actually work. Well, right. If we haven't met, my name is Kelvin Perry, and this is The Awakening. What I try to do on this channel is to encourage, motivate, and share my own experience of building back home in Zambia while living in the diaspora. I live in the diaspora myself, and I am doing bits and pieces back home, passionate about Zambia, and I want to try and share. And I know there's a lot of people out here who want to build back home, and I think we can do this. Right, so let's get on with what I want to share today. Just before I get into this, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and smack that bell. And indeed, your support will definitely be appreciated. And please remember to buy this book, Building Dreams Across Continents, working on volume 2, which will be coming soon. So please read that and just have an understanding about our industry, the construction industry, which I have been in the industry for quite a long time, as you know. Right, now let's talk about what I was able to do to help a family here in the diaspora build back home. Now, this family bought a piece of land in Lusaka, and they went through all the process. They've got the titles and all that. They've got almost an acre of, not almost, they've got an acre of land, and they went through a number of people to give them quotations, and they approached me to say, can you have a look at this? And I was able to look at the wall fence. Now, what drove this conversation? Obviously, I shared, and I've been sharing in this season what I'm doing in Lusaka's Fauna Valley. If you remember, if you go to the earlier episodes of this series, you will notice that I did finish building a wall fence back in March, and so I shared this, and I said, oh, this is what I've done. And they said, oh, we would love to do that. And so I said, well, let's see what you have. They've got the drawings, they've got the BOQ. So I went through the BOQ, and these are the things that I found. Now, the reason why I was able to do this, I am a quantity surveyor and a chartered construction manager. So I'm not talking from and I've been in the construction industry for a long time. And so I have the experience. I know what I'm talking about. I can see, I actually know how to measure anyway. So I produce BOQs. So I was able to do that, and I was able to look at the BOQ that they were given. The first two things that I noticed actually was that the descriptions in the BOQ did not match the drawings. Now, this can only be identified by a professional, somebody who knows what they are looking at. The second thing that I was able to do was I remeasured, because I had measured the fence, which is quite easy, and I remeasured the wall fence, and I discovered that the quantities were less than what was actually supposed to be on the drawing. Now, I will explain, and I think I've explained something about undermeasured quantities, and I will put the video up here, so if you can go back and watch that video, what actually happens when you have a BOQ that is undermeasured. And I've said, I'm not going to say much about that. You should watch that video, and if you have questions, drop them in the comment section. So I was able to do this and check, and now when I checked that BOQ and then changed the way we priced the works, and using my trusted contractor that I'm working with on site, we were able to save close to 60% of what they were quoted. Now imagine what you could do with a saving of that magnitude. Now I'm doing this because I am here with you in the diaspora, and my goal is to make sure that you build. My goal is to see as many of our brothers and sisters in the diaspora build. And that's why I always say this: get in touch with the professional. Let them look at what you're going to do. You will be amazed how much you're going to save. And I'll be talking about how I am saving and building the structure that I'm going to put up in Fauna Valley, because we're going through the architecture design. When I look at the drawing as a quantity surveyor, I'll always look at cost. I'll always look at, okay, what's the cost? Can we do it better than that? How can we do it? Can we change it? Can we do that? That is what a quantity surveyor does. And so what I did with that family, I gave them, I said, yeah, you can build this wall fence for this amount. And I was like, oh, you serious? I said, yes, you can do that. And I said, to prove to you that it can be done, let me manage it for you, and I will use my guys on site down there in Zambia to build this, and I will be reporting every day, giving you progress, checking this and that, making sure that this is it. And we have done it. The wall fence, originally we said to the family that it would take 3 weeks. It's actually going to take 2 weeks. So we should be finishing, I think this week we should be able to finish that wall fence. We started last week. This week we should be able to finish that wall fence. Now this is what I can do for you, and obviously as you're watching this video, I'll be running these videos of the work that they have done, as you can see. Now this is what I can do for you, and there are so many professionals back home in Zambia who can do exactly what I've done if you engage them early enough before you lose any money or lose confidence. It is easy to build back home, and I can show you that it can be done, and as you can see, it has been done. Now if you want me to do that, get in touch with me. There's so many ways you can get in touch with me. You can get in touch with me by dropping a comment in the comment section, or if you go to Facebook, Zambia's Builders Living in the Diaspora, you can drop me a comment, a note there, or possibly send me an email via the email address that is on this platform, and I will definitely respond to you. Like I said, I've got a team back home. This is the team that did my wall fence. This is the team that is going to build whatever I'm going to build on my plot in Fauna Valley, and they will be starting very soon. So remember, these are exciting times for you to invest in the construction industry back home. There's so many challenges, but the rewards are going to be immense. So get in touch with me, like I said, and we'll be able to see if I can help you. Now I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will leave it here. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and smack that bell. And if you need, please, and if you can, please remember to buy that book for and help us, support us with that book. As I said, Building Dreams Across Continents. I think it's really important that we do something like this. Proudly Zambian book, proudly talking about the law local conditions, talking about things that are local rather than looking at a book that was done in the olden days or that was written for the UK, South Africa. But we are looking at writing books for the Zambian community, for the Zambian, that suits the Zambian environment. And this is what I'm doing. So volume 2 will be working on volume 2, and that will be coming soon. The other thing that I would say is everything that we have on this platform is in a podcast form. So if you've got YouTube podcast, check it out. You can listen to on the go. If you're driving, wherever, at the gym, you could actually listen to those things. So this stuff that I'm working on in the background to be able to support you, and I will be sharing those things as they come on. So until next time, God bless you, and I will see you in the next video or podcast very soon. Bye for now.